Hello all, my name is Mars, and welcome back to the Séance of Blake Manor. I probably should have started out here to show you that I have successfully emptied out the strange device of all its spiritual magic. It is no longer glowing at all, which is great. It means that we really don't have anything left to do with any person until 8 o'clock, which is when the silent dinner is, which is when Mrs. Joyce is going to slip us the key to get into Blake Manor and hopefully look around and talk to Master Walter. In the meantime, though, just because we don't have anything pressing to do doesn't mean I don't want to spend that time doing stuff. First of all, I need to snoop a little bit more and learn some more facts about a couple of people. First of all, I eliminated Mr. Coventry by accident. There is no fact that we have learned that contradicts anything. I think I saw this is his first time meeting Miss Dean and thought that contradicted something, but no. Facts about the culprit, they have no pre-Manor history with Miss Dean, so uneliminate. You are still a possibility, sir. Now, the only other people besides Walter who I have yet to be able to speak to, the only other people I have not eliminated are Father Sinnott and Miss Mantovani, which they both have a clue that seems like it could be a contradiction. Carmela, for example, says she is going to die very soon, and that could be something she's in mourning of. She could be in mourning for herself. And Father Sinnott has incomplete maps of the grounds. So he has maps of the grounds, but they're not finished. And I don't know if that is intended to mean that he doesn't really know the grounds. Like, I feel like if we unlocked a 10th, the final fact, Carmela we have very few facts for. I feel like we might be able to eliminate these two, because everything is pointing to Mr. Coventry at this point. He is entwined with the Blake family, who seem like they would be involved if only for the fact that they were not mourning their wife and mother. And he is the only mystery we haven't solved and haven't been able to solve, and thus he didn't count towards the strange device's accumulation of energy. So there's something hinky going on with him. But we need to know for sure. Like, it could very well be Miss Mantovani or Father Sinnott. Like, story-wise, I feel like it makes sense. Like, Miss Mantovani is, she's in charge of this whole thing, so if anyone was gonna be doing something nasty during it, maybe it would be her. And Father Sinnott is just kind of nuts. So his attempts at drawing are also poor, and I feel like artistic ability might have something to do with whatever the last fact about the culprit is, because we've learned a lot about artistic ability, and for no particular reason. His attempts at drawing are poor, and Mr. Coventry's paintings are beautiful, so I think whether or not the culprit is good at painting will tell us who it is. But anyway, that's one thing I want to do. Another thing I want to do is go around and do these reflections. You know, after we solved every mystery, we've gotten these reflections for each character to ask, with their issues laid to rest, what is next for them. I did that with Mrs. Erickson way back in the beginning, but this whole time I've been thinking, oh, I don't have time to do this, so I haven't been asking people these things. But I'd like to know where these characters see themselves, you know, in the future. I think that'd be nice. Before I do any of that, though, I have a third thing I want to focus on, and that is to go back to the library and look up Swivna. Because Declan seemed concerned after solving K-Hole's mystery, and I am too. So I just want to check this to make sure there's nothing more I have to do with him. Nothing here. Would that be under spiritualism? No. Would it be Irish? Because it has an Irish name. Okay, it doesn't have a time after it, but we might as well look it up. The Madness of Swivna tells the story of Swivna mac Colmain, a king of the Dal Nradi, a region in the northeast of Ireland, who tried to expel Bishop Ronan from church activities on his land. Swivna eventually attempts to murder the bishop and succeeds in killing the bishop's psalmist with a spear. In response, Bishop Ronan cursed Swivna that he would wander the land like a bird, and second, that he would eventually die by the spear just as he had killed the monk. The tale describes how Swivna wandered the world as a madman, moving from tree to tree until he eventually dies, in the very way the curse was detailed. Throughout his mad wanderings, Swivna occasionally stops at each location to recite a poem. Some say that anyone who sees the bird or hears the poems will themselves be driven to madness. Okay. I mean, it looks like there's nothing we can do about it, but that's unfortunate for K-Hole. I feel very much on a first name basis with all of these characters at this point. I know I've really been going back and forth between using their surnames and titles and calling them by their first names, but I don't know. I feel very familiar with everyone now.
Yes, my child.
Let's see, what else can we talk to you about? Uncommon translation I picked up on my travels. Whether the focus of your edition, its focus, for those with the eyes to see, it shows all. I would not think too hard about it. I just want to see what we can get by talking to him about everything. See if we can get his last fact. Ask about his scarring. Forgive my prying, father, but you look as though you've been through the wars. Ah, my scars. Yes, I was a missionary in my youth. Foolish enough to think I could bring enlightenment to the masses through the word instead of deed. Anywhere exotic? Many places, Mr. Ward, but do not be so arrogant as to think it's only the darkest parts of the map that need their eyes opened. It is as hard to save a soul here in Ireland as anywhere else. Further away from the dark does not mean closer to the light. I hope you are well, father. You look under the weather. I perhaps spend too much time indoors and underground. When you reach my age, you will no doubt also carry your ears on your face. Were you at the ball last night, father? I was. I assume you too ingested whatever we were given? I did, but not knowingly. You may save your confessions. You saw then? The pretense was dropped. We saw through this black iron prison and saw reality for the hell it really is. Would that they understand what we've witnessed, then we could all turn our efforts to freeing ourselves. Alas, for them it was all party games, and so they remain lost. Can you tell me anything about fetters? Well, typically they are manacles used to restrain one around the feet. But given where we are, I suspect you mean it in the more esoteric sense. In which case it is a term used to describe what anchors a spirit to a place or person. This manor houses many specters, most likely trapped by the events that led to their death. Perhaps they are fettered to the building or land. Perhaps something else keeps them trapped here. Have you experienced anything strange since coming here? This place is not without its, unusual quirks, but there is not much here that I haven't encountered before elsewhere. Yet. I am hopeful that something truly unique can be found here. Large shadowy figure. There is an Aeon here. How it got here I do not know, but I shall find it. You'll have to forgive me, child. I lost the run of myself for a moment. This place has us all on edge, no? Okay. I gather this manor is haunted. Have you seen anything to that effect? It does seem to be harder for spirits to leave here. I suspect something of greater spiritual magnitude keeps them from leaving. Do you hold any truck with the idea of the Fae? Of course I don't believe in them, but even I try not to walk dark paths alone at this time of year. Faith is an interesting and complex thing, yes? Okay, I feel like we're not gonna get much out of him from these two, so let's do his reflection.
Are you okay, Father?
My mission is not complete, but my part in it is over. What happens next is up to you. As for me, I have spent much of my life fighting the Demiurge's illusions. Whatever comes after this, trick or not, I intend to let myself enjoy it while I can.
All right.
I'll take my leave, Father.
Go with God, my child.
All right. I didn't even write him on my list, I don't think. Oh, Miss Hisham, you're right here.
Mr. Ward.
How are you feeling now?
I feel like myself again. Like when a cold has passed by. I am restored. But Sophie's... What magic was that? How does something like that work? What did Wilhelmina get up to when she left here? Was it Nectanebo who had taken a hold of her body at the time? Or some Gin? And what damage have they done?
That's a pronunciation of Jin I've never heard. Gin.
I feel like these things may become my next obsession.
Well, it's a productive obsession. Let's ask everybody about Miss Mantovani, see what they think of her. She fills people's eyes more than any other guest. After all, if you believe in all this magic, then why are none of these other magicians hosting? Surely one among them might match her. I'm sure she's talented, but she has a way of speaking that makes you want to listen to her, and that, I think, is the heart of it.
I'll leave you be.
May Allah guide you.
Okay, let's cross you off the list. Oh, there is Sinet. I can cross him off the list. I thought I hadn't written his name down. Alright, where can we find anyone else? Seamus is in the bar. Inez is in the telegraph room. You already got your telegraph, girl. What are you still waiting there for? Let's go to the telegraph room first, because it's closer.
More questions?
What do you think you'll do when the seance is over?
I have what I came for, and more. I only hope to learn my father's name, but to see him. And now I have the inheritance from quarantine? This is more than the fresh start I came here hoping for. And I like it here. I like knowing that I am in my father's homeland, and I have met some people that I might one day call friends.
Quarantine, you mean?
Forever? Who knows? This event has changed my world. And I need time to process all of that. But all that matters is right now, yes? And right now, I'm happy here. I have answers and a home. I cannot ask for more.
Alright. Let's ask about Miss Mantovani. I just want to know if I can pick up any information about her this way. I wanted to know more about the Séance, so I asked her. She had more time for me than expected. She is good with people. And we talked about tarot, of course. When I told her I didn't want a reading, she laughed and said it was all right. She said to enjoy the here and now instead. With that, I agreed.
I have to be off.
Sure.
Okay. These are nice. I'm glad most people, I feel like we've made them happy, so this should be nice. A nice change of pace to just talk to people who are enjoying life. Alright, if the bar is open, I'm guessing there are going to be other people in there too. Not just Seamus. No, it's pretty empty.
Hello again, sir. Need something?
Where will you go?
Everywhere, I hope. I was looking at France. We had a French couple come here once. They were really different. Didn't care what anyone else thought. But this week, I've met, well, in the loosest sense of it, people from so much further.
He seems more lucid now. I'm happy. I mean, solving his supernatural affliction didn't necessarily cure him of his more psychological problems, the addictions, but he seems better.
Maybe I'll go to all their countries. Huh. Imagine they bumped into me. I wonder if they'd even know who I was.
Alright. Do you know anything about... No, we don't need to know. What was the nature of your relationship with Miss Dean? Why do I get the feeling I should answer you straight on this? We knocked boots a few times. Started it with her getting me to steal some wine from the bar and bring her to restricted areas. It ended about where her ex, Cahill, showed up. I guess she was embarrassed to be seen slumming it with the bellboy. She's been avoiding me since. No big deal. Stuff like this happens all the time. Maybe don't say that to Mr. Varley. Okay. That doesn't really help me that much, but thank you. She seems the real deal, doesn't she? A great win for a place like this. I'd say the Marquess had to sell a few heirlooms for that.
I'll leave you be.
Yeah, alright.
Okay. Good. Alright, now where is everybody else? In the courtyards. Oh, they're in Miss McLeod's room. Celebrating, I would suspect. There's Mr. Coventry. Alright. Let's just kind of look around. See where folks are. Miss Hisham was somewhere we didn't expect her to be, so... Or maybe she was. I don't know. Let's look in the stable, see if Mr. Hunter is about. And Rory. That is one really annoying thing about the game, that the timetables and asking people about their timetables doesn't tell you where people are going to be at all times, but they're still around. It's kind of annoying.
Mr. Ward.
I think it's safe to say your methods worked.
Well, yes, but also no. We succeeded. Not through my methods, but through Fia's and mine. There is a lesson there for me. I was too focused on the future. But when we forget the past, we don't learn from it. And we repeat the mistakes of it. And we only got there because you stepped in. I'm grateful, of course. But also deeply ashamed that I might have let my duty to the land and its people down because of ego. So in all, I'm proud of what we achieved here. I'm proud of what it's taught me. And, if you will do me the honor, I am proud to call you a friend.
Of course.
The honor, Doctor, is all mine.
Yay. Friends. We have friends. What do you think about Miss Mantovani? I've been fortunate enough to spend some time with her. I've never had the pleasure before this event, but I found conversation with her to be intriguing. She has some fascinating insights into our work here. It's a shame she's only in this part of the world every now and then.
I have to be on my way.
Be well, Mr. Ward.
Alright, I want to check real quick. Because there are also the Séance contract we can discuss with the Marquess and Mr. Varley. And we can discuss the invitation with all the staff. Okay.
Mr. Ward, how are you?
Miss MacLeod is safe now.
Aye, safe and happy. And should this seance turn south, well, I've put everything I have into those charms. With some luck, we'll be safe. You know, you'd not tell from looking at me now, but when I was a younger man, I cut off fine cloth.
You are very much a silver fox now, Mr. Hunter.
Could dance, too. The girls would make up any old excuse to come by the stables I trained in back home. Bench spoons, pots that looked recently bashed in. The odd bit of broken jewellery. I took it all for granted. I figured they'd wait. Every one of them.
So you're just happy to help Ivy find what she wanted?
But young'uns and young love don't live past spring. They all summered and moved on. Soon they had husbands, then wains of their own. I've never sad. No children. Just didn't work out that way for me. It was November 2nd, 1884, when I heard Mrs. MacLeod screaming from the big house. I grabbed something, hoof clippers I think, and ran. Figured it was a robbery. Instead, I found her hunched over wee Ivy. The child was having a seizure. Then, she sat bolt upright and said, and I'll never forget it, she said, "Pappy's gonna die tonight." Pappy being what she called her mother's father. The next day a constable came to the house, his hat under his arm. There had been an incident in the Star Theatre the night before. Some drunk wrongly sounded the alarm over a small fire. 14 people died in their attempts to escape, including Pappy. Well, I happened to be part of a group of fellows that are more open to the stranger side of life. And long story short, it was agreed that if I could help the girl with her gift, though her mother did not consider it that, then none of her siblings nor her father needed to know. A grand man, Mr. MacLeod, but God-fearing, to the extent that his wife worried he would turn out his only daughter. And so I trained her. In secret, of course. From the age of 6 until I left for here some 3 years past. She is the closest thing I have, or will have, to a daughter in this world, Mr. Ward.
I get
There
it.
is nothing I wouldn't do or give to keep her safe. God willing, someday you'll have children, and know a love so strong. Because until then, you cannot understand how much I appreciate what you've done here.
Nice. I like all these people. Miss Mantovani. I'm sure this is not getting me anywhere, asking about Miss Mantovani. Our paths haven't crossed. I always see her wandering the ground, underdressed for the weather. No wonder she is so dosed.
I'll be off.
Right, yeah.
Dosed? What does that mean? And is there anyone hanging out over here? I would be surprised if there was. It is pouring rain. Nope, just Mary's statue all alone. Alrighty. Let's go back to the gardens and the hedge maze. See if we can't talk to the people there. Oh, I had something to ask you, didn't I?
Ah,
Well, I'll ask you about Miss Mantovani. How did you hear about Miss Mantovani? In the same way one learns of any expert, I asked for recommendations. Her name came at the top of most lists, and so I contacted her. She has proven a delight, and I have the utmost faith in her for the task she undertakes. Okay, and I wanted to ask about the Séance contract. Surely Miss Mantovani's talents couldn't have come cheap. No, indeed. But for an event so important as this one, I will only have the best. And this seance is very important? Mr. Ward, have you not figured this out by now? The expense, the people, the distance they have come. It will be one of the most important nights in history. Okay.
If you'll excuse me.
of course.
Yeah. Okay. Gardens? This way. Mr. Coventry, I have nothing to say to you right now. I mean, I probably do, but... eh. It's just so much. That scared me. That drop of rain. There's Mrs. Erickson, who we do not need to talk to. We just need to go to the hedge maze. Mrs. Erickson, I have not had occasion to talk to you in so long, which is probably a good thing because you are not pleasant. If you'll remember, she was planning to kill someone and eat their heart. So, probably the evilest of the people we've encountered. Besides whoever took Miss Dean and Mr. O'Finn.
Ah, Declan. Aren't...
Satisfied?
Oh, gods, no. The seance is still going ahead. Damage will still happen, but we've protected the well. And I think a rift between Rory and I is mended. Ah, Declan. I'm so proud of him. What a fool I was to be such a stick in the mud. I should have trusted his new ways. And, in doing so, had faith in myself as a teacher. I guess one always worries they've not done enough to prepare their young'uns. But you have to let them fly, I suppose. And Rory, he soared.
Good. Should I ask you about this? Oh, I have no time to spend on bitterness, Declan. I hope she miraculously puts it to good use and leave it at that. Okay. Maybe I should ask other people about that. She's a woman of many talents, to be sure. A shame she's so flippant in her use of them. I would have expected a wise woman to be, well, wiser. Maybe all the bright lights have blinded her. Still, I suppose it's hard to argue with the paycheck I hear she's been promised.
I'll let you go.
You take care now, Declan. And don't forget...
I've been eating this whole time. Okay.
Ah, hello again, Monsieur Ward. Can I help you?
It's been a long time with you too, Etienne.
Was it worth it? You have Ericsson, but at the cost of learning what she would have done.
The depravities of mankind are not new to me. I've seen, indeed experienced firsthand, magic and its beliefs used to justify many terrible things. But what shakes me in this case is the reasoning. That she would do such a thing in hopes that it might grant her something as trivial as magic? Her own humanity meant so little to her. This is what upsets me. What it is done.
Okay. Miss Mantovani? Ma bonne, how could I not have crossed paths with her? In fact, 2 years ago I investigated her. She is, as they say, the real deal, a bona fide mystic. If the mad goals I have for this event can be done, she is the woman to do it.
That's all.
Take care, monsieur.
Okay. Nope. I'm lost. I am lost. I usually have so much ease getting to the well. But now it's like, Nope. I just need to find the center. There we go. There's Mrs. Erickson. Let's see. Do not need to talk to her. Let's check the graveyard, see if there's anyone still there. No one else is on the map anymore. Besides Ivy and Victoria, who are in Ivy's room. You're still chilling out here, K-hole? Let's talk to you.
You again?
Do you have much understanding of what your angel wants of you?
Not yet. Something physical, I know that. Whatever it wants of me, I need to be healed. I can feel my body recovering at an accelerated rate since pledging myself to it. I assume its intentions will become clear to me soon enough. But first, the Séance. Then a visit to my mother. I have put her to worry for all too long. I need to assure her that what comes next is a divine quest, and so, safe. It's silly, but that will put her at ease. The only challenge will be getting her to believe me. It is, admittedly, something of a change of character.
It's gonna drive you mad, boy. Okay. Let's ask you about Carmela. Not too self-important for one so famous. I talked to her to learn about the parameters of seances. How many are needed? Is a medium required? Can something more than ghosts be communed with? She answered my questions calmly and thoroughly. Then she drew me a card and warned me to be careful in dealing with the unknown. A real show woman to the end.
I'll be off.
Don't let me keep you.
Okay. Let's see. Is there anyone... It says you're in the catacombs, so you were in the library. Anyone else? You're still in the ballroom, Shersha. Let's go there. I just want to get through as many of these as I can before I change the time over. How do I get out of here? Kale, help me! How do I get out? Where's the exit? This way. Here. Have you gotten sick of me getting utterly lost in this game yet?
teaching me magic to...
She's teaching you what? That little witch.
Oh, Mrs. Joyce, we're over this.
Lord bless and protect me. If I had known Miss Dean was a bride of Satan, and corrupting you too, I should have done things differently.
It's only magic. To give me a better way in life.
Saoirse Murphy, you stay your tongue. After all the Marquess did in letting you stay, you bring that into the house.
Me? He's the one who brought it. He and his friend. We had no say. I'm just making the best of it. The Marquis did nothing for me. But let my child be taken. Which I could have
Marquess did it.
stopped. If I knew half of what these people know.
That's the devil tempting you, child.
More than the Lord's ever done for me.
Yikes.
Sir?
How you feeling?
Do you think you'll meet Miss Callahan to scry again?
Yes, definitely. She even said she'd be willing to keep teaching me what she knows. I'm so filled with thanks. I could see my little one any time I'd like. And with magic, I might finally have some say in my own life now, sir. You arranged it all, didn't you? Thank you. You didn't have to...
No, don't mention it, miss. I'm glad I could help.
I'm just so glad to see my little girl again.
Okay. No need to ask you any of that. I'm a little jealous of her. She's certainly achieved some amount of status, hasn't she? No, I mean, what's that like, seeing the future? What other things can she see? What else can she do? That's certainly a question, though there's something troubling you. Nothing to concern yourself with.
I'll leave you be.
Oh,
Okay. Mrs. Joyce,
Good
you
day.
made so much progress.
Hello, sir.
I think her name is Caitlin. I feel like I'm not on a first name basis with her, but I think her name is Caitlin. Yeah. Reflection.
How are you feeling now?
You know, something came over me when you threw that torch, sir. In that moment, I just knew that being there with you and Mr. Dupre, helping that poor girl, was the right thing, the godly thing to do. All this magic, these strange fates and secret societies, it's all still very new to me. I don't think I'll ever come around to accepting it all. But I can see now that it's not all wicked. Some are just another way of looking at the world. I don't understand or trust this magic, but my cousin in Dublin talks the same way about electricity. And I know that's just our world changing, and people with more schooling than I can make better sense of it all. So if magic is just another part of nature, then God must have put it there, and I won't be scared of anything the good Lord provides us.
Good. How did you find out about me? You really put in the work to hire me. I have to ask, why? You seem truly unnerved by the séance and all its guests. Why help Miss Dean? Truly, sir? I think I'm still trying to understand that for myself, even now. How much of her nature is hers? How much of it is the devil's whispers in her ears? How do I know if a woman deserves to die, detective? Some sinners are beyond redemption, sir, but I'm certain others can still be saved. I just have to pray that I'll know the difference between the forgivable and the irredeemable.
I'll be off, Mrs. Joyce.
God bless you, sir.
Alright, I know what you're gonna say about Miss Mantovani, so I'm not gonna bother. Alright. Oh. I've been crossing people's names off as I go. I don't know where anyone else is, so let's look at the timetable, see where they're gonna be. Ooh, there's gonna be a speech in the drawing room. And some people are gonna be there. Miss Queen is gonna be in the drawing room. Some folks are gonna be in the drawing room, so maybe we should go there and listen to the talk. But first, we need to set the time up. Maybe we should snoop in Miss Mantovani's room again, see if we missed anything. Okay, she's in there. Never mind. Let's move the hour forward. We made good use of that time. Alright, now it's nighttime, so it's gonna be all dark and spooky. Okay, she's still in there, because she's sick and all. When are you gonna be out? Looks like she's gonna be holed up in her room the rest of the time. That's unfortunate. We might not get any more out of her. No, the drawing room is this way. Let's go in and listen to a lecture.
Well, this is quite the turnout. Even the Marquess himself has come. Well, I hadn't expected anyone to take much interest in the area. I suppose I should start by introducing myself. My name is Simon Coventry. I'm going to share some interesting facts about this part of Ireland that I picked up while researching for this trip. So,
sure.
I'm sure you all know, this land came into the Blake family in the 1650s after Cromwell's invasion. What I found interesting was what came before. This land was a place of worship and innovation, a gathering spot for scholars and engineers and artists to work on understanding and advancement, the betterment of their people. Easy pickings for Edward Blake. No doubt he and Cromwell cared very little for any knowledge held by primitive pagans. I couldn't find anything that spoke to what happened at the work from that site. Presumably it was set ablaze. One has to assume not everyone was put to death by Cromwell's forces. However, I suspect many surrounding families have stories and knowledge passed down from that time, and those people. Why, given his background, perhaps our very own Dr. Callahan is linked to that place.
Knowing what we know about the motives of our culture, our culprit. Why did I say culture? The motives of our culprit, trying to find people of 3 Milesian bloodlines. You who I suspect very heavily, calling out the Callahans in this moment, is very upsetting to me. Please don't take Rory, he's my friend.
You flatter me, sir.
Perhaps those survivors are the reason that Connacht is home to all manner of wonderful myths and sacred sites. Rachroin and Owenaga Cave, Queen Maeve and her cattle raids, the Children of Lear. All fascinating stories, but too long to get into here. Certainly worth a read in the very well-stocked library here, if you find yourself bored. Not that I can see that happening with the séance only hours away.
Does anything of the pre-Christian site still exist?
Oh, I don't think so, I'm afraid. From what I can gather, it was all razed to make way for the castle and its estate.
I read one monk's account that what was here before was partially underground.
You've done your homework, Father. Yes, some accounts do suggest that, though none of the maps I've studied show anything useful. Marquess?
There are some sinkholes on the far reaches of the grounds, where caverns beneath the old settlements collapsed in. I do not know whether those collapses are the result of time, or if they were manually closed. I suppose it matters not either way. Nothing else remains.
Well, there you go, Father. That's me, I am afraid. I've nothing else to share. Probably quite mundane in the face of everything, but nothing wrong with a break in the face of madness.
Cool. Can I talk to people now? Yes, I can. Mr. Scarrett, how are you doing?
Meet again, Mr. Ward.
How do you feel about your decision?
It does not give me the same clearness of path as my original plans did, but there is relief in no longer facing my end at the Séance tonight. Perhaps I was too eager for a grand gesture, a final attempt at success. I think this is a better path to my goal. It's not that far from what I do, after all, except, and this is the funny bit, you don't expect the loan to be paid back. I grew up thinking of that as a handout, but now I see it as a transaction. I pay money to buy legacy. Oh, don't look at me like that, Mr. Ward. The Catholics have been buying their way into heaven for centuries. This is the same thing, but in a different hat. An old leopard can't change his spots. At least, not right away. But who knows? Maybe my mind will lead and heart follow. And if we all get our needs met, who cares what the underlying intention is, eh?
He's never seen the good
day,
place.
Mrs. Scarrett.
Good day.
Anyone else? Quarantine. Where are all these plants? Have all these plants always been here?
Hello, Mr. Ward.
With the ritual complete, am I to understand that the Quinn family is free of their curse?
I've instructed my solicitor to transfer all the deeds to Miss Barbosa. If Biddy O'Connor keeps her word, yes, I think it's done. Finally. Finally.
If I might ask, will you and your family be all right? Losing that much land and the money from it must mean you're losing most of your assets.
They'll be alive. That's what matters.
Oh, almost everything. We will be significantly poorer. There's no doubt about that. It will not be easy, but I have some renown as a poet. I'll find the money for my sister's dowries that way, and I will work for my living. We are going to be okay. I will see to it. I got us this far, and I suppose you did too, in the end. So, thank you, Mr. Ward. No, none of it will be easy, but it will be worth it. After all, for the first time in my life, I have a future.
I'll leave you be.
Farewell.
Alright. Who's this? The Marquess. We've already talked to you what I want to talk to you about. Alright, so who do I have left? Mantovani, McLeod, Darcy, Lau, Dupre, and Varley. Don't know where Varley is. Olivia's in her room. So is Lloyd. But he's going to be in the drawing room later. She's going to be in the bar. Let's try and find the girls, the lesbians. They might be outside. They've been outside for a while, like a lot of time. Or maybe they're in the library. They spent a lot of time in the library before. There they are.
Hello, Mr. Ward.
I hope you have some peace now.
You, sir, have no idea. My sight, my second sight, it's not quite back to me yet, but I don't need it to say how lucky I am. I know Victoria acted, well, she acted, and she made mistakes, as did I, in chasing a husband without discussing it with her, and what that could mean for us. I'm still coming to terms with it, I think. That someone so dear to me could break my trust. But I also know she wasn't entirely herself. And her haste bought my freedom too. I don't know what comes next for us, but that is a priceless gift. And Dara, dear sweet Dara, he trained me in the sight, you know. How to manage it, how to hide it from others. For him to be in this place when I needed him most, to have acted against Miss Dean and gotten us the key. And, of course, you, sir. You found the materials and returned them to us. You have given us a chance at a future together. And we will never forget that. Thank you.
I'll let you be, miss.
Take care, Mr. Ward.
Hello?
How are you feeling, now that the situation is resolved?
Of course, I am thrilled with the outcome, but I am less thrilled with my behavior. I could blame a lot of it on Miss Dean, or this house, maybe even just the time of year or the event itself. But my training works against me here. I have to own my anger, frustration, and mistakes from this past week. I have some work to do to regain Ivy's trust. It's possible I never will.
She seemed like she was on the track to trusting you again. Like, she has to reckon with the fact that you tried to quell her sight and poisoned her to do it, basically, but she seems like she'll forgive you at the very least, and you'll be happy.
But even if I lose her, she will be free. And that is worth everything. So thank you.
That's all, Mrs. Lau.
Farewell, Mr. Ward.
All right. We still have Mrs. Darcy, Mr. Dupre, and Mr. Varley. Let's check the lobby for Mr. Varley, because he tends to be there. If we don't end up talking to him, that's fine. If he ends up being the one we miss, that's fine. No skin off my nose. He's not the friendliest man. Alright. I know that Mrs. Darcy is going to be in the bar, so let's go to the bar and wait there. And maybe Carmela will come out and we can talk to her. How about that? Oh, I thought there was an hourglass in here. No, we have to wait outside. Okay. Let's see who's at the bar. There's Olivia. Hi.
Mr. Ward. Do you mean to report me then? For murdering my husband?
I'm not a police officer. I have no legal obligation to do so.
What about a moral one?
I know what happened between you. To you. I can see how you ended up where you did.
Mr. Ward, it would have taken a mystic to see where I was to end up. If there is any consolation in it, it is not something I would do again. A haunting changes one's perspective on such things.
How about this then? A second chance. I will monitor the news where you live and only intervene if any husbands go mysteriously missing. Does that sound fair?
I don't know, sir. Mr. Baker from number 11 is an awful bore. If I need to listen to him talk about his bay trees one more time... I shouldn't joke, I know.
I was gonna say.
It is fair, sir. Thank you for your kindness to me through all this.
Yep.
That was all. Good day, Mrs. Darcy.
Good day, Mr. Ward.
Alrighty, let's go to the drawing room now. Because that's where Lloyd is. I don't know why he's just hanging out in the drawing room. Maybe he wants to listen to a record. That sounds like a nice way to pass the time. Hey, and Miss Mantovani's here. We'll talk to you first.
Hello again, my friend.
Your reflection.
Is she really laid to rest?
She is. Thanks be to Maman. And thanks to you and Mrs. Joyce, of course.
And that means... you will not see her again?
Not in this life, no. Why are you asking?
My brother. He is dead. Since coming here, I've learned he's still with me.
Unfinished business of his own, perhaps.
But how do I find out what it is and free him? Before he becomes trapped like your Laura.
That I do not know, Mr. Ward. But if Laura found a way to get you to free her, I'm sure your brother can too. Not at all, Mr. Ward.
And Carmela, finally.
Signor Ward.
First, let's get your reflection, and then let's talk to you about a few other things, because we might unearth some facts.
I wish there was more I could do.
As do I, Signor. But it is how it is. I have pushed myself for so long. I was young when I left my family for a better life. And I found it. I enjoyed the finest things with the finest company. But for all my fame, I have little to show. And faced with the end, I finally realized what wealth I had at home. Like everyone in my position, I thought I would have more time. I thought I could go back, fix that, which I broke. What a cliche I have become. Maybe this is what the ghosts are trying to tell us, that our time is limited and we would do well to be more precious with it, one way or the other. I am soon to find out.
Okay. Séance contract. Forgive me if it's impolite to ask, but am I right in thinking an event such as this one must pay quite well for you? Is it impolite? I suppose it may be. So you and I, Signor, we will keep it a secret. It does pay well, very well. Better than any I have hosted before, in fact. I did not come here for the weather alone. I think Marquess Blake was very anxious for it to happen, you see. Okay. You look tired, Miss Mantovani. Oh, no, there is a lot of strange energy in this place. It is difficult to sleep in a place so beset with spirits. Are you cold, miss? Your hands are shaking. Oh, I wouldn't. Don't worry about that. I have been... You're right, of course. I should be wearing my shawl. Let's ask you about the séance. Maybe it's the first thing we should have done, but... It is one of many, Signor Ward. Every party wants a cartomancer. Though I must tell you, there is something about the shadows. Too long, too many in the wrong place. I am sure it is just the amount of ghosts lining up to speak with us and not something else. Ha! Do not worry, this is good. What a night we will have to remember. Is it not a measure of how successful we will be? This is what the Marquess tells me. I cannot recall what it measures. Ghosts or the veil or such? Ah, maledetta memoria. I do not know, sorry. Okay. Someone told me Miss Dean was specially invited to the séance. Oh, like me? They invited others? Oh, Signor Ward, will I never be enough for these rich people? Oh, I do not think. Oh, Signor Ward, I am making fun. What do I care who has been invited alongside me? I am still numero uno.
That's all.
Of course. Take her.
Or maybe I should ask you about Evelyn.
Signor.
I don't suppose you've met Miss Dean, have you? We have met. Not here, before in London, many times. She flutters from person to person to suit her own agenda. I have seen the damage she has caused, so I stay away. She cannot poison the flowers she cannot land on. Okay!
Of course. Take her.
It was easy as that, I suppose. We now know that Carmela... Oh, she has avoided all association with Miss Dean? Does that mean... What does that mean? Does that mean she knew her or not? And also, are you a Christian? She still might be in mourning. I don't know. Let's check her room. This episode is so long, but I really want to eliminate her. I really don't want her to be the bad guy. And I would like assurance that that is not the case. Again, she could be mourning her own life, but that kind of seems not the case. A shawl. A tarot deck, yeah. Posters. Notes, a schedule. None of it is noteworthy. Okay. Letter. Medium-sized boots. Carmela, you're giving me nothing. Okay. I feel very anxious that I can't eliminate her. But I guess... I don't know. We'll figure things out. We'll figure it out, I'm confident in that. And until then, we've gotten most everyone's reflections. Should I should at least try and find Mr. Varley. He's probably in the lobby, and if not, then I'll give up on him. And then next time... Yeah, next time, I guess, we're waiting until the silent dinner. And going to explore the Marquess's residence. We're in the endgame now, folks. How exciting. Until then, though, I have been Mars, and I will be back with more The Séance of Blake Manor.